So as we look at the second half, let's use what we learned on the first page and realize that many times we want to make this corner point 0. Because that for our y-intercept, then we will have to extend our graph and extrapolate those ideas and things like that. So, if we're going to make this 0 down here, our time, remember, always goes across the bottom. So that's 0 hours. We've got to get up to 18. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. That would work. So go up by 2s. So there's your scale there. On our vertical, we have our percent gain from 3 up to 7.4. So if we're 0 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that doesn't work. If we start down here at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can probably start there at 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Because we want to use as much of the scale as we possibly can. So let's plot our points. Over 6 hours and up to 8. No. 6 hours and up to 3. So there's your first point. Over 8 hours up to 4.2. Realize every hash mark on the vertical is half a point. Over to 10 hours and up to 4.6. 12 hours and 4.6. 14 hours and 6.2. 16 hours and 8.2. And 18 hours and 7.4. Does this graph look to be much steeper? All right, so let's do our line of best fit. Okay, our trend line. What do you think I'm doing? About that angle? I would kind of throw it kind of in the middle there, I guess. Something like that, I guess, would be my trend line. Now you've got to estimate. Where's it going to go through at 0? So extend it down below here. If that's 3, that's about 1. So it looks like 0 is about down here. So I see that to be about a half down at the bottom there. So I'm going to say the y-intercept is about 0.5, about a half. That's my estimation. Maybe yours is 0, maybe yours is 1. But I'm bringing it down below because I started at 2 and not 0. Now we got to find our slope. We're going to need some calculators, so if you have your calculator, grab it out. I'm just going to pick 2 points on here that I know. This one for 14 and this one for 6. So I'm going to use those 2 points. So my slope, 6.2 minus 3 divided by 14 minus 6. So someone divide 3.2 by 8 for me and tell me what you get as a decimal. 0.4. So my equation is y equals 0.4x plus 0.5. Every single equation we've done up until now has been more theoretical. These are realistic. Maybe it's going to make sense, Gabe, to make, instead of making this 0.4, maybe you want to make this 3 decimal accuracy for making a real life prediction. But this is actual qualified unit use of your equations. Look at our last one down here at the bottom. Now we have Josh making homemade cards. Draw your line. Let's see how we go about doing this. Our best fit line. There we go. It looks like my y-intercept is what again? 0, because in 0 hours you have 0 cards. I'm saying this one go right through, so that's the point 1035. I'm seeing this one go right through, So that's the point 310. You can pick any points you want, so long as they fall on the line somewhere. So let's find our slope. 35 minus 10 divided by 10 minus 3. That's 25 over 7 as a decimal. I get 3 point something. Can you give me to the nearest tenth, Ashley?
3.6.
3.6. So my equation, y equals 3.6x plus 0. So these are just examples of how to use information to draw an equation.